class. Now, previously we did an intro to HTML. We also saw how we'll be able to install our Visual Studio Code and other things. Alright. Now, in this class, we are going to be talking on some important HTML tags. Remember, previously I said you don't just begin to write your HTML codes. You should be able to know the tags, because how well you can construct your web page or how well you can create the structure of your web page depends on how well you know the HTML tags. Alright. So in this class we are going to be seeing some basic HTML tags, and we are going to be using it to create a simple welcome web page. Alright. So here, this is my Visual Studio Code, and let's create our file here. Let's say index.html. Alright. Okay, this is it. Alright, so let's run this. Okay, I'm going to be changing this title to my first web page. So remember, to change the title, you come here and you change it there. So my first web page. Alright. Okay. Now the first HTML tag I'm going to be talking on is the heading tag. The heading tag. And this is how to write your heading tag. You can see H1. This is the opening of the H1, and this is what the closing. And in between here, you can write a text of your choice. Alright, you can see it here. Welcome to my first web page. You can see it here. Alright. Now, this heading tag, which is H1, we have from H1 to H6. Alright. We only have from H1 to what? H6. There's nothing like H7. We have from H1 to H6. So I'm just going to be copying this. Let's duplicate it so you see it. Okay. So you can see it's going to be our H2. It's going to be our H3. Alright. And remember, the higher the number becomes, the lesser the test. Alright. So 4 is greater than 3. So the test is going to be what? Smaller. So the higher the number, the lesser the test. Alright, so this is your H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Alright. So let's try to do H7. Let's see if there's going to be any difference. Now you can see the H7 did not take what? Any effect. It did not take what? Any effect. You can see your H6 here. So the H7 just gave us our write-up. Like you can see, it gave us our write-up ordinarily. So you can see. So this element is not doing anything. Okay. So just know that we have from H1 to H6 when it comes to the heading tag. Alright. You can see, just know that we have from H1 to H6 when it comes to the heading tag. Okay. Now another tag I'm going to be talking on is the B tag, and the B tag is used to what? Bold an element. So let's say we want to write an element. Let's say this is my first web page, and we want an element. We want the write up to be bold. All right. We are going to be making use of the what? The B tag for it. So this is how to do it. right? This is the opening of the B tag, and this is the closing of the B tag. And remember, in between the tags, that is where you begin to write you begin to give your write up. Okay, so let's say this is my first web page. Now you are seeing your write up. Now you can see the write up is what? Bold. All right. So if we have another write up here, let's say this, you can see, you see the difference. This one is just an ordinary write up. This one is not bold. But here, if you look at this, you are going to see that this one is what? You can see that this is what? This is what? Bold. All right. So that is how to make use of the B test, to use it to make your that is how to make use of the bold elements, to make your text to be what? Bold. All right. So you make use of this B tag to make your text to be what? Bold. So we are going to also be looking at the italics tag, and the italics tag is just your I. So the I tag, this I element tag, is used for what? Is used for making a text or an element to be what? Italicized. So let's come here and let's say this is my first web page, and let's see, now you can see, so this is what? Italicized. All right, you can see it's in a slant form, as you can see the write up here. Let me zoom in. You can see the write up is in a what? It is in a slant form. Okay, so we are still going to be looking on another tag, and this tag is used to what? Underline a text, and the tag is what? The U. You can see, and this U tag is used to what? Underline a text. It is used to underline an element. It is used to underline a text. So let's say this is an underline. So you can see it here. This is an what? An underline. You can see it here. This is an underline. All right. Okay. We also have an HTML element tag, which is known as what? Break line. B arrow. All right. And what the B arrow does is that it's going to move any element after it to the what? To the next line. So let's see this now. We have this write up here. We also have this write up here. We also have this here. Now, if we don't want these write ups to be in the same line, we want to move these write ups beneath this one. That is where we now use the what? B arrow tag. Remember, the B arrow tag is used to what? Move the next element to the what? Next line. So this is the B tag, which is what? Holding this, which is for this. So after this here, which is after this, I'm going to be adding my B arrow tag. All right, to make these other ones come beneath it. So this is how to do it. Now you can see the next write up is at the what? Bottom of this one. And if I also want this one to be at the bottom of this one, after the element holding this, I'm going to add my what? B arrow break line to make this one to be beneath it also. So after here, I'm going to add another break line. All right, so you can see it. Okay, so this is the work of what? The B arrow what? Tag. All right, now we also have another tag, horizontal line, H arrow, horizontal row. Okay, and what that does is that it's going to give us a straight line. All right, a straight line like this. All right, it's going to give us an horizontal what? Straight line. Okay, so let's do that. To do that, you use the tag H arrow. So let's see. You can see the straight line here. So you can see the line. All right. Okay. Now we also have another tag, img tag, and the img tag is used to add an image to your what web page. It is used to add an image to your web page, and this tag has an attribute which is what sroc, and this sroc, in between this in between the opening of this double quotes and the closing of the word quotes, that is where you specify the part of the image that you want to display on your web page. All right, so we'll be talking more on the image tag as a topic on its own later on. So let me see if, okay, there's no image here. So let me go back. Let's copy an image. Let me copy this image. um Let me paste it. So I have this folder here. I teach, that is my folder. So let me look for the folder. Okay, let me go back to see. Okay, I teach. Okay, I've seen it. Now this is my folder. This is the folder I'm using. All right, so I'm going to be pasting the image here. You can see the image here. Okay, so let's go back to our Visual Studio Code. You can now see the image here. All right, so yeah, I'm going to be specifying the image. So the name of the image, I can either come here to right click, then copy the relative part, then come inside here, right click on it, then paste. So just check your work. You can see we are now having what? We are now having the image here. All right, so that img tag is used to what? Add image to your what? Add image to your web page. Okay, it is used to add image to your web page. All right, we also have another tag which is del. All right, for delete. Now any text you write in between this tag is going to strike it. It's going to strike the text. It's going to give the text a strike. All right, so let's write something here. Let's say this is a deleted text. Okay, so let's see. You can come here now. You can see it at the bottom here. So you can see the right up here. This is a deleted word text. You can see the way it you can see the strike. Okay, you can see the strike through the text. Okay, so that is the work of what? The del, this del html what tag. Okay, and we also have the u. Okay, I've talked about the u here. Okay, we also have the a tag, and the a tag are used to what? Add links to your web page. So let me come at the beginning here, and let me add the a tag so that it's going to be on top of all this. So this is how to add your a tag here. All right, so in between you write, let me say home. So you can see home here. Then this a tag makes use of an attribute which is what? Href. Now in between this href here, that is where you now put the part to the place you are referring to. So we'll be talking more on anchor tags as a topic. Here is just here we are just talking on the general overview of HTML tags. We are just talking about the general overview of HTML tags. So inside here you specify the part. You can see the home here. All right, you can see. Okay, now assuming I have another file, let's say test.html, and yeah, let me just say h1 welcome. You can see h1 welcome. Okay, and I want, when they click on this link, it should take them to the next page. So inside here I'm going to be specifying the page that I want them to take. I want this link to take us to. I'm going to be specifying the part here. So now the name of the part here, you can see, you can come here to copy the part. All right, then you come here and you paste. Sorry. copy the relative part, then you come here to what, to paste it. Okay, so if I should click on